All right, man. Let's give the people what they want, man. Let's talk about our end of season awards. MVP. EB, who you got for MVP?
Joker. Do you need me to expound on that? Because I feel like that's an easy one. Like, I don't think there's anyone else in competition with him. I think Joel Embiid has had the best season. He just has not been healthy. So if you ask me, like, who's the best player who's the best player this year, who had the best season, it is Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid this year is the closest thing I've seen to 2000 check. Joker has also had a very good season and was healthy. So it has to go to Joker. I don't think it's a fluke. I think he's great also.
What about Steph, who had like maybe his best season of his career?
No. And that's not saying he's far off. I'm just saying I think this year it's got to go to Joker. Steph has had a great season. That team was supposed to be in the lottery, and now if they handle business tomorrow, going to be in the playoffs and could maybe even pull some We Believe magic out their ass and beat Utah.
I don't trust Utah.
Yeah, so I'm saying he's had a great season. Like, this is maybe the best we've seen Steph, even like compared to 2016. 2016 was crazy, and he had all that help around him, and this is 2016 by himself, playing against like triple teams.
Yeah, cemented his legacy of you figured out this year, like, Steph is for real. Like,
he's the second best player of this generation.
Yeah, I think
his resume already said it, but we just
you could poke holes in it before. Like, there was no poking holes in this season. Like if you watch, like Eric said, like, he's literally triple and quadruple team. Like, the second he steps past half court, and this man's still putting up like 32 a game.
And if you look at their splits, like in the games that he played, they were better than an 8 seed when he played. Like, they were really pretty freaking good when he played. It was just when he didn't play. He missed like 8 games. I think they're like 1-7.
Yeah, so, like, from a most valuable, like, player for their team, I would probably go with Steph. I mean, like, I think if Jokic wasn't on the Nuggets, like, they would be trashed. But, like, you still got Michael Porter Jr. Like,
Michael Porter Jr., Austin Rivers, and Aaron Gordon are just a repeat of what Aaron Gordon had.
They wouldn't obviously be as good. Same with the Sixers, but, like, I can't give it to Steph, like, being an 8 seed, but, like, as being, like, the most important to his team, like, yeah, I'd probably give it to Steph.
So none of you guys have mentioned who I would have as my MVP this year.
CP3.
Yeah, damn right.
Do you care to explain?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they didn't make the playoffs last year. Now they're a 2 seed. Second best record in the league. They almost got the 1 seed.
They should have got the 1 seed if they wanted to make it up.
They had chances, yeah.
I know, but here's the thing, man. And the reason why I'm comfortable making CP3 my MVP, because what he did is comparable to somebody who played point guard for the same team. Did not have the statistical resume, over some of the players who some felt like should have won that MVP, Shaq, Kobe in those years. But if you watch the games, you see what he does, and you see how that team has really turned a corner. It's like, no, Chris Paul made that happen. And although it's a this year award, you kind of have to you can't look at it in a vacuum when you see what Chris Paul brings to every organization that he comes to. He brings winning. And that is a history of extreme value. And I think it gets discounted because, for one, he doesn't have an above the rim game. And when you're a below the rim type of guy, you got to be Steph flashy, Kyrie flashy, for people to give you the love that you deserve. And especially now where Chris Paul is at in his career, he's not shaking people no more. He's just getting to his spot. He's just leading the team. He's making the right decisions in crunch time. He's hitting the big buckets. In the second quarter, he's giving Bridges a touch just to keep him engaged. He's giving Ayton the ball down there on the block, just so we don't lose you, big fella. It's so much little stuff that he does, and seeing how that team has grown. And if they weren't playing the Lakers in the first round, I think we wouldn't be shocked if they made it to the Western Conference Finals. You know what I mean? Like they're a good team, and they have what you need to be good in the playoffs. And a lot of that comes from Chris Paul, man. And I just think he's the MVP.
You have a really good point there. And the thing is, when the same guy on the team, Nash, won it, it was his numbers may not be it, but like he's the most important guy to his team both those years. And he got a lot of flack for it because Kobe, I think that was probably Kobe's best year. Kobe was putting up like 35 a game.
Yeah,
and then but then the second time he won it, it could have gone to LeBron.
Shaq.
So or Shaq. And a lot of people were saying like, a lot of people had a problem with it because now so many times besides the Derrick Rose year and maybe the Russ year is like we give it out to either the best guy or the guys whose numbers are up there. It's controversial every year, but like James Harden's numbers up there, Giannis numbers up there. The guy who gets it, their numbers got to be pretty much up there, and it's just not going to happen for Chris Paul, who, yes, is the most important person to his team in the league, him and Steph, but the numbers and also importance, it's going to be Jokic or Joel.
And that's fair. His name is Joel.
It is Joel.
We're gonna.
I just meant because Boink is my MVP.
Hey. We're gonna talk about the Nets at some point because I think that the numbers back up that one of my takes that I had about them earlier is gonna be right. All NBA Knicks. Let me give you my first team All NBA, and call me a hypocrite because I made CP3 my MVP, but he did not make first team All NBA. Shoot me. I got Steph, Dame, Kawhi, Giannis, Joker. What you got, EB? Not what you first last time. What you got, Boink?
I have for first team Jokic, Giannis, Steph, Dame, and I threw Embiid on there too. Like I know two centers, but whatever.
They allow it this year.
Yeah,
it's almost becoming positionless. I tried to stay as traditional as possible with mine, but
I really just tried to find a way to like not have Rudy Gobert on any of my teams. But
no, he did not make my team.
I mean, he's on mine because like it is what it is.
He can't run straight. Who you got, EB?
Yeah, keeping it traditional. I had to keep it Jokic, Giannis, Kawhi, and then Steph and Dame.
Oh, so no Luka on the first team?
Luka's not a forward. And like if we were going to finagle, then that spot would go to Joel Embiid. And then I'd have to bump Giannis. That would be my forwards, would be Jokic, Giannis, and Embiid. So he's not a forward, so I couldn't put him in there.
He's 6'8", though.
But he plays point guard. Like don't do that Bill Simmons shit right now. Like he's a point guard.
Yo, Bill was killing me with that shit. I'm gonna put Luka at forward, and then, but I can't put Embiid at forward. Like, hold on. And that goes to like my media and their biases and shit like that I'm not gonna talk about on this platform yet. Okay, second team. I go CP3, Luka, Jimmy Buckets, Julius Randle, and Joel Embiid.
I got CP3, Luka, Kawhi, Randall, and Gobert. Didn't want him on there, but like I can't ignore what he did, so
I will
do the right
forever
thing.
ignore what he does.
Yeah.
I had CP3, Luka, Randall, Embiid, and then I was really torn between Jimmy Buckets and LeBron. But I just went and left it LeBron.
I'm not mad at that. So third team was super hard for me. And so here we go. I go Kyrie, Brad Beal, LeBron, Bam, and I wrote Tatum and Zion right here because I cannot find another forward that I'm comfortable with. Tatum, he has the numbers, but the Celtics sucked. And the same with Zion. Zion had the numbers. He's super efficient. He was really freaking good. Like I think he's proved that he's going to be the next face of the NBA. Because he's just it. He has to smile. He has to game. Like, sorry, Giannis was never going to be the face of this league. But I just couldn't settle on one, man. I mean, I'll just say Tatum because he made it to the playoffs and he just dropped 50. But
I
it's
mean, I'm
not.
actually okay with either one of those. Like, if we're talking about like the best 15 guys in the league, like I'm
I
okay with
struggle.
that.
Like when I look at it like that, though, is Zion really the best 15? No, he's not because he's.
I mean, like,
But here's the thing: is we don't have KD. No, we don't have KD. We don't have James this year,
James, yeah.
and
We don't have AD.
we don't have AD. So like that's where my struggle is because I know there are players who are no shit top 15, and Zion, you're top 18, man.
But like,
But
if
with
you
those
take
three
those three
guys
players
out,
out, yeah, he's top
I know.
15.
And I mean, hell,
Um,
KD's the third best player on this team.
Yeah, I got Brad Beal, Kyrie, LeBron, Jimmy, and Bam.
So hold on, did you put Rudy on your team, Eric?
Yep.
I really struggle with Rudy Gobert, guys.
I don't know what the hate is. What him and the defense, I still don't honestly get, but people really don't like that dude.
He's
I just don't
terrible
like
on offense. He is terrible on offense.
Yeah, but I feel it was more for impact and what he's done with his team. Because realistically, like Bam's not great on offense either. He's better than him.
But Bam can shoot. Like you respect Bam's jumper. Bam can play make out of the post. Like Bam has a well-rounded game. If Rudy Gobert takes one dribble, it's a turnover. It's gonna hit his left foot.
I don't want that big motherfucker dribbling anyways. Like, what big motherfuckers do you want dribbling for the most part? So I'm saying his impact in the game
is like 2 weeks ago and like turned it.
Oh, he did a weak ass behind the back, and people like, oh, you see that? Yeah, it was terrible.
But then led to like a backcourt. I think was that him? I think that was him.
You know, so I have a anti Rudy Gobert bias. I probably should have bumped Bam up to a forward and put Rudy Gobert as my center because Rudy Gobert is one of the best defensive players in the league. And what he allows the Utah Jazz to do defensively is absolutely amazing. So as we're talking about defense, EB, who do you have for defensive player of the year?
Young Ben Simmons.
Concur.
Oh man, well, 3 of a kind. No need for discussion there. He can guard 1 through 5.
Yeah, I'm just not giving it to Rudy. Like me putting him on second team was like enough flowers for one day.
Right, bro. And if we give Rudy too many DPOYs, he's gonna get into the Hall of Fame. And
well, he's probably later either way.
Coach of the year. I went Monty.
Yeah, I got to rock with my guy Monty. I wouldn't mad with Tibbs.
Yeah,
but you know, I like Monty better.
I put Monty, but even as I wrote it, I wanted to put Tibbs because yes, Monty did some great things and turned the team around, but he also got CP3. Whereas the Knicks got, but the Knicks are pretty much the same roster. Randall took a huge lead, but like they did not really add people.
No, they added
and D Rose.
They added D Rose and what's my man's name? Taj Gibson.
And Taj Gibson.
But D Rose, yes, D Rose came, but like that's the Tibbs right there also. And I know that's more like him talking to the GM, like get my guy here. But yeah, that's why I was really conflicted with Tibbs. Nate just wasn't there long enough.
I'm not mad at Tibbs because Tibbs, I didn't think that team would be good. And then when he brought in D Rose, it's like, hold on. It's like, nah, bro. Tibbs, we're playing 82 games hard. We're gonna win. Son, you're not ready. You're not ready yet. D Rose knows how I want it done.
Yeah, but Monty, I wouldn't be mad with either one of those.
Monty did it in the West, so that's why I had to ultimately give it to Monty.
Okay, Rookie of the Year. Damn it, man! I really fucked up my things this time. I didn't. Rookie of the Year. Who you got? I got Melo. It's not close, but I will say Ant-Man is my favorite rookie. But I gave it to LaMelo.
Melo got drafted in 2003.
Excuse me, LaMelo Ball.
There we go. I got LaMelo also.
Yeah, it's LaMelo, like Ant-Man, funniest player in the league by far.
When he's
by
talking about his
far.
diamond with dancing.
Bro, I don't even know what goes through his head, like when in his interviews. Like it seems all genuine of like that's just him, which I
Bro, he
love.
just, for lack of better words, I hardly use this word on this platform anymore, but there's no other word I can describe. Bro, he's an Atlanta nigga, bro.
Yes.
That's what he is.
Yeah.
Like to the core. Like when he be doing that shit in interviews, I really be like, bro, this nigga don't know no better. Like he
No,
just,
he doesn't.
not even that he don't know any better. He don't care either. Like he just,
No, yeah.
he
Which
just a
is
nigga from Atlanta
yeah.
who good as hell at basketball, and he just gonna talk.
Yeah, I love that he's genuine. Like when, and they're not really trying to change him. Like when D Rose came into the league, they were like, "We got to fix your speech quick." And
Well,
with this kid, they're like,
literally could not form a sentence.
this kid, they're like, "Bro, just do you. Just do it," and he's just himself. So I love it.
Like who A-Rod?
Yeah.
I
Bro, I
didn't
wasn't
make
listening to you because
I
of
didn't
your
make
accent.
a banner for Six Man of the Year or Most Improved because I don't really care about those awards. Do y'all want to talk about them?
I feel like those have been
I didn't even
pretty
think
known
about
since
it.
like week 2. Yeah.
With Jordan Clarkson and Julius Randle?
Yeah.